All right, guys, welcome back to part two of our trip to Minneapolis here. It is a little chillier this morning. It's Sunday morning, a little after 10 a.m. It's 48 degrees according to the car, 44 according to Google. So it's around 45 degrees, we'll give or take. About to plan our trip back, so we were luckily able to plug in. Riley, it's okay, Mom, we'll be right back. She's grabbing the rest of her crochet stuff from inside, and then we're going to be on our way here. Just want to show you how I'm planning the return trip. So we were able to charge yesterday during the game at an EV spot, which is, I guess, a new charging network that's primarily meant for these car share vehicles. They're like Chevy Bolts that people can rent, but they're also available to charge for the public. And it's like 11 kilowatt chargers. We got from 16% state of charge all the way up to like 90 in 4 or 5 hours, which is not too bad for a level 2. So that was perfect for, just doing that during the game. And now we were also able to plug in. Our Airbnb host graciously let us use a wall outlet in his garage over here. Oh, there's Riley. So we did plug in, we topped off, and we got up to 99% state of charge. I'll just show you here. So a Better Route Planner already is synced up to my OBD link. You can see that it's showing 99% state of charge, and then also the car is showing 99 as well. And then the guesstimated range, which is the best I've seen yet, 216 miles. So not quite at 100, so probably could have pushed to 220, with mileage here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in our route to a Better Route Planner here, and I wanted to show you guys how I go ahead and do that. So let's just put in home. It'll take into consideration our 99% state of charge and see what our plan is. It takes a second usually, but I'm also going to pull up the Android Auto Companion app, then gives you a little bit of a better idea. So it looks like it just wants us to charge twice. So once we'll charge in Tomah, Wisconsin, the other time we'll charge in Madison. So pretty much the same on the way here, but this time we're only charging to 57 or 55%, probably because the weather's a little bit nicer down there. So it'll only take 5 hours and 33 minutes, which is incredible. I think it took over 6 last time, but that's because we're starting with 100%. That really cuts off a lot of your time here. So that's awesome. Stay tuned with us. So we'll be leaving now, and it looks like it thinks we'll get home at 3:48, which is great because we have a comedy show. We're going to see Michael Che tonight in Milwaukee. We are just so busy, I'm telling you, but we do a lot of fun stuff, and it's a lot of it's thanks to this car. We're able to do all this comfortably and keep it. So stay tuned. We will see you in Tomah, and we'll see. It looks like it wants us to arrive there. I did adjust see you in Tomah, but I did adjust the speed because I think that I was getting to each charger with less percentage because it assumed I'd be going the speed limit. So I did update the Better Route Planner settings to account for 10% over the speed limit just in case. So for example, if you're going 70 miles an hour, that allows you to go up to 77 if needed. Let's say you're passing a truck or something like that, which I know is still technically speeding, but so yeah, that will be good. Other puppies are getting excited because Caitlin's coming in the car here. We're just telling them about our route for the way home. It says it's only going to take 5.5 hours to get home, and that's only 45 minutes of charging. So that's like bull. It sounds like bull. I guess we'll see. But no, we're starting with 100%. So I think this is going to be a great example of how it will be when we actually have a home charger, and how we start a road trip and how that actually cuts back on time. So we'll charge for 20 minutes in Tomah, 20 minutes in Madison. And then, like I said, I accounted for speed a little bit by updating that a bit in the Better Route Planner, just allowing for that 10% higher than the speed limit, just in case. That also would help, even if you are going to the speed limit, gives you a buffer, so that's nice. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. It thinks we'll get to Tomah with 17%. We'll see if it's right. Hey guys, just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on where we're at here. You can see the sun is only shining right up into my eyes here. That's one con of the sunroof, but it is nice that we have that feature that we're able to close it. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it here, so hopefully it will look a little bit better in a second. But yeah, so we are at a 20% state of charge. We are about 10 minutes away from the charger. Just wanted to give you a brief update. You can look at the graph over on the side here. We are now predicted to arrive with 15% state of charge instead of the 17 that it advertised, which I find it's pretty accurate, I would say. I mean, we've had, there's been a lot of wind gusts on our way here, so that the wind has been steady, but then every so often there's a wind gust that kind of blows, and it's been blowing a lot of the semi-trucks, other cars in the road as well, moving them side to side and stuff. So I'm sure that has not been helping our efficiency. Since we left Minnesota, our efficiency has been okay. We're at 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour, so not great. I think we averaged like 2.7 on the way here, but I think we've just been going against the wind. I think once we charge in Tomah, and then once we go to Madison, the wind will be behind us. We're just kind of coming at going southeast when we have a southwesterly wind. So I think that's been impacting us a bit. So that's yeah, once we get to Madison, once we start going directly east, I think the wind will affect us a bit less. We will see, but that would probably explain why there's a discrepancy in the graph here. You can see it was pretty accurate at the beginning. Then once we kind of headed, you know, the southeastern direction, you can see that that is when the estimates started going away from the projections. So yeah, we will give you an update once we get to the charger. We'll see what we're charging at here. It looks like they're still planning on making us charge for about 25 minutes or so. Let's take a peek. 23 minutes it's saying, so we'll see if that's accurate when we arrive. And then we'll charge in Madison and we'll be on our way to Milwaukee. One other quick note I thought I'd share with you. So currently the speed limit on this stretch of 94 is 70 miles per hour. However, a better route planner, because they don't use the Google Maps, most current updated data, it's only showing speed limit 65. So that is affecting our projection because it's thinking we're going 71 miles an hour, or thinking that is our 10% above the speed limit. So that would give us that 6 mile extra, but or 6 miles per hour more, because 10% of 65 is about 6. So yeah, that thinking it's going 71. So anyway, but that's just a mileage discrepancy that will certainly affect the projection as well. Just thought it'd be worth pointing out. So that's the one bummer, and one of the limitations I find with a better route planner is that it uses something called, I believe it's OpenStreetMap versus Google Maps. So yeah, kind of a bummer that that's not 100% accurate. I really wish that they would use Google Maps as a backend. There must be some type of technical limitation that does not allow them to do that. But it wouldn't surprise me if we arrive with like 1% less, just because we're going to be going a little bit faster than he thinks we are. So see you there.
All right, so we just pulled into the Electrify America in Tomah, Wisconsin. Just turn it around here for you guys. So a better route planner is saying that we need to charge for 24 minutes to get up to 57%. So we're currently at 15 right now. You can see we got a 32 mile range on the guessometer. We're gonna plug in. Hopefully we get some peak charging speeds.
I can't imagine we wouldn't. This is kind of perfect weather for the battery. The 60s, and then the ID4 tries to keep the battery temperature at 70 degrees, which is probably higher than right now because we've been driving it in the nice weather. So go ahead, Caitlin.
Anyway, so hopefully we get good charging speeds. We're gonna let the puppies out because this is the longest stretch. And then I think we're gonna run over and get some coffee. Friday night when we were driving here though, we did go into this Walmart, and it is probably one of the nicest Walmarts we've ever been in. So if you are ever in Tomah, Wisconsin and need to charge, definitely stop over here at the Electrify America and head into Walmart. It's pretty cool.
And that's saying a lot considering how many Walmarts we've been in. We go in so many Walmarts because that's where the Electrify Americas are. So for us to say this was just remodeled, it's like a Walmart. It's the format in there is like nothing I've ever seen before. So they must be a test store or pilot store for a new initiative they're doing. Really, but it is a good Walmart, and that is, like I said, it's saying a lot considering there's a lot of Walmarts in this country, and we've been to quite a few of them on our charging journeys. So but yeah, there's a quick trip over there. I think there's a tap house over here, and maybe another coffee shop, an insurance, the puppies back there. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll get plugged in here, and we will let you guys know how long we charged for. We might even stay here a little bit longer, because if we're gonna be running over there 24 minutes, that's not, honestly, it's about enough time to stretch your legs, walk your dog, and maybe grab a coffee, and then you're done. So yeah, we'll see how long we're here, and then we'll go from there. Just got plugged in here. We're gonna go ahead and see what our charging speeds are now that we just started. It's ramping up here, 15% state of charge. Current speeds, we're past 100. Looks like we are gonna hit peak. There we go, 125. That's the max the ID4 can take as of April 2022. software update is supposed to increase that to at least 135. Rumors that it might go beyond that because of the platform updates that Volkswagen is going to be making to the platform. We've got the dogs over here, nice grassy area for us to walk them in. Not every station we go to has a nice area like this, so this is perfect. And it's a bummer that we're in the back of the parking lot at this particular location, but you know, it is what it is. We're at least closer to some other businesses over on this other side, like the Quick Trip, cafe, insurance, nail and spa, everything you could possibly want. So peak charging speeds, that's awesome. We always have a good experience at this particular location. We got a dirty car though, that's for sure. All this rain and stuff we've been getting. Yep, we're still at 124 at 16% state of charge. So awesome. But yeah, you can just see how the grime. We need a car wash when I get back over here. Just a lot of dirt and, you know, stuff like that. So see a Tesla's pulling up here. I wonder if he's going to be using the Chadamo port, but we will, maybe not. There's a supercharger across the street, so we love seeing EVs out here in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. But we'll catch you guys when we're done. All right, quick charging update here. We ended up charging all the way to 72% because that's what we were at once we were done grabbing food, walking the dogs and everything. And now a better route planner is actually telling us, because we spend a little more time here, not that we even had to, but we should be able to reach our destination. We should be able to get all the way home. So it's saying adjust the speed to a maximum of 75 miles per hour. We already charged, so ignore this top part here, but it says we should be able to get to our final destination and still arrive with my requested 20% state of charge. So we will go ahead and give that a whirl. And worst case scenario, if we need to charge more, we can get we can charge it in Madison if we find that it'll probably reroute us if it finds that our efficiency is still not great. It is warmer out now. It's 68 degrees according to the car, 61 according to Google, so it's probably somewhere in between there, like I said. But yeah, that's pretty good. So I would say that we'll start driving here and see what a better route planner thinks, and we'll go from there. 7 minute faster route.
Turn right to Superior Avenue, then make a U-turn.
What are you complaining about? What are you trying to do? You trying to make us charge more? It is.
To do what?
It wants us to charge more. It says to be faster to charge more here now that we've moved away. Alright, so I think a better route planner got its head out of its butt, and it thought we could make it all the way home and remain with a 20% state of charge. However, home is 171 miles away. The car is guesstimating 151, and I'm not saying the car is wrong, but I think one of the two is wrong. And a better route planner now wants us to do a U-turn, return to the charger we were just at, and it thinks that that is going to be faster than going all the way to Madison. So I'm going to go ahead and listen to it, because
We're gonna look like idiots.
Yeah, now we're gonna look so dumb, because now another ID4 just pulled up and he saw us leave. So now we're gonna go back there and he's probably gonna be thinking to himself, why are these people coming back? So anyway, we're gonna just do that, because I guess a better route planner has calculated that now that we stayed here this long, we might as well stay a little bit more. We didn't get very far. We got like one, traffic light away, so we just did the U-turn that it initially thought we could make it, but it changed its mind, which I guess is good. But at that point, it's almost worth going to Madison. But then again, the Madison charger you have to go off the highway again, and actually that one's further off the highway, so I guess this doesn't make sense. I can't really say it's wrong. So we'll go ahead and we'll re-plug in at 72%. It's probably gonna have us charge to what? Let's see here. We'll see. Okay, I just pulled into the stop for Tomah, back at the charger in Tomah, just back into the spot, and this is ridiculous. Now it's telling me that Madison's faster to just go to Madison. So you know what? I'm gonna go to Madison, because that's what it told me to do initially, and I get that I charged more than I should have, but it needs to make up its mind. You can't just keep telling me, turn around, go back to Tomah. Even though we're already in Tomah and we just left the charger, it wants us to go back there. Now it wants us to go to Madison. So better route planner, come on guys, come on, figure this out. We don't want to return to a charger we already went to. Please add that as a feature to not do that. that's just annoying. I know I charged more than I was supposed to, but it's because we were here and that's how long it took for us to walk the dogs and do everything. But that's just frustrating. So let's go ahead and we'll get on going to Madison. I'll show you how it's now changed its mind. Now it's telling me best option is to go to Madison, which is 99 miles away, and then we'll charge from there, which makes perfectly logical sense to me. Let me start again and then see what it says. Charge up to 57%. If it tells me to come back to this charger again, I'm just gonna ignore it. We're gonna go to Madison because this is annoying. But all right, see you in Madison. One last update from Tomah. All right, I have a graph here that is going to show you that it's finally updated itself and made up its mind now that we're at the same spot where it initially told us to go back to the charger, which is just dumb because it was saying that that was allegedly faster. But then we got there and it said Madison would be faster, so I don't know what it was thinking there. The OBD connection has been solid the entire time, so I don't think it was that. It's showing the proper percentage. I think it's just some calculation that it did in the background decided that one was faster than the other. Maybe it judged the charging curve wrong. I don't know. But you should see this graph right now that shows right now where we are stopped at this light. We're at 72% state of charge. We should arrive at our destination with 25%. Initially, I don't know what this is, another glitch. It's showing 25% as in as if that's what the projected was, but you can see the 25% is in green, which should be matching that green line there. So again, this I love it. I really think a Better Route Planner has been spot on and accurate for the majority of our trip, and that's great. I think that is awesome because this is a great tool, but there's just so many bugs I've noticed in the fact that they're using this really bad UI, and I'm almost turning into a parking lot instead of on the freeway here because it's very badly marked.
Turn right.
But yeah, there's a lot of things like, man, if Google were to buy a Better Route Planner or work together to provide like the best map information and traffic information, you know, on the market and stuff like that. And I'm a Google fan. I use a Google Pixel, so I'm biased, but if they were to do that, I would be hands down using this app for everything. Or if Google Maps had an integration with Volkswagen or an OBD connection, which probably will never happen with an OBD connection, but you look at the Mustang Mach-E now that integrates with Apple CarPlay and Apple Maps. So it's possible. I don't think it's out of the question for something like that to happen with Volkswagen, but given how slow software updates have been for the car and stuff, you can't use the onboard nav because it's going to direct you to slow chargers. This is just part of the frustration, again, of being an early adopter of an EV. So just wanted to point this out. Even me being, you know, technically savvy and stuff like that, setting everything up the way I want it, it's still like using an app like this. Everyone says, oh, plug everything into a Better Route Planner. Sure. But then when you use the live data, it's like, oh, well, this is this and this is that. And it's just, I don't know. There's too much discrepancy for me for it to be accurate. But just wanted to point that out. But we'll go ahead and see you guys in Madison. We'll see how accurate it is. It's already dropped our ETA, or not ETA, our estimated state of charge upon arrival at 24%. So we'll see. I'm gonna go, you know, whatever speed it tells me to go here because I adjusted it for 10% over the speed limit. And then we'll go from there. Just pulling up to the Electrify America charging station in Madison. We have arrived here with 22% state of charge. We'll go ahead and show you the graph on your screen here. I'm just getting back into our spot. Overall, it was, you know, kind of as expected. I think we lost a few percent of the website initially. Estimating, you remember 67 or something?
No, it was initially
25 maybe,
25,
yeah.
and then it dropped to 24 right away, which was fine. But
oh, that's right, that's right.
At 24
but you know, I was honestly ripping it for that last portion because I really kind of got to pee. So I was ripping it for that last portion, and
we also got stuck in some weird traffic.
Yeah, there were some people
just driving home on Sunday. There were a lot of Illinois people driving home.
I'm from Illinois. You see my shirt, so like, but when I say there were some people, yeah, the families driving from Wisconsin Dells and stuff. We got behind that.
So there was just a lot of them, and they were just weaving in and out, and everyone was
going
camping
like,
in the left lane.
Oh yeah, everyone was camping in the left lane. We got
so it was a little frustrating at that point. So I think I ripped it a couple of times during there, just to get past some people.
But overall,
yeah,
we're still just thinks we need to charge 16 minutes to 55%, and then we'll arrive home with 20%. And we're going to a show tonight where they have a charger on site, so planning on charging during the show for, you know, and then I'll charge tomorrow at school. Other than that, yeah. So I'm gonna get us plugged in here, run and use the restroom, and then we'll judge our, you know, Better Route Planner's been doing a great job. Besides the bugs that it has, it's been very accurate. So we're pretty happy with the performance. So we'll go ahead and get plugged in here and we'll report. So we should be done charging around 3 p.m. and that's when you should be hearing from us. It's currently 3 o'clock and we are successfully charged. We actually charged up to 56%, so 1% over. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out real quick. We had the windows open, let the dogs sniff some fresh air while we're stopped here since the weather is so nice. The car says it's 72. Not sure if that's 100% correct because the car is black and the temperature, you know, maybe is a little higher depending on where the sensor is. We'll go ahead and stop her here. So 14 minutes it only took us here. Charged from about 21% to 55%, 26 kilowatt hours in 14 minutes. That is awesome. Once we hit 50, it dropped down to like 90 kilowatts, but it was over 100 kilowatts almost the entire time. So that's awesome, awesome, great charging session. So we'll arrive home, should arrive home with at least 20% state of charge. Go ahead and close our charging cap here. We have my charging assistant here, Riley. She is guarding the charging port, making sure no bad actors come and unplug us. Teddy's in there too. They're really having fun. So yeah, so we should be able to get home with at least 20% state of charge just about 4 o'clock, which is exactly what we were expecting. Thank you, A Better Route Planner, for helping us with this trip and maximizing our time as well. I think that is, if there's one thing we take away from this trip, it's that A Better Route Planner is very good at you know, making sure we get to our destination with as much or as little charge as we want. I love how you can adjust the settings in A Better Route Planner to match, you know, your driving style and what you want to return home with. Yeah, and it's great that I'm able to prefer the Electrify America network so that I can use that. It doesn't navigate me to slower charge points or EVgo or anything like that in this area. So I'm happy with the experience so far. We'll get home in one piece and we'll report back.
Alright guys, so it is currently about 6:30 p.m. We arrived home, we got all the dogs situated, and we're actually on our way to go catch a comedy show about 20 minutes out of Milwaukee. But A Better Route Planner was pretty spot on for us. We got back with the percentage that it said it would be at.
Around 20%.
20%. We got back at the time it said we would be at. We did do a little detour and stop and see a Rise aunt and uncle, but that A Better Route Planner was able to go around that and then adjust the time and the percentage that we would get back to Milwaukee. So overall, what would you say? We had a good experience with Better Route Planner?
I'd give A Better Route Planner a solid 7 out of 10. I'd say I recommend it, but there's just a lot of bugs and I don't know, not a great user experience if you're not tech savvy and don't know how to go through all the settings and stuff like that. But I think it's got a lot of potential, and I know it's, you know, a lot of EV enthusiasts do enjoy it, and I do like it. I do think that it makes sense, especially on longer road trips. I don't see a need for it when you're going locally, like going to this comedy show. I'm just using Google Maps because obviously I don't really care what I end up at. The mileage is going to be more accurate when I'm going shorter distances. But for longer distances and multiple charging stops on the way, A Better Route Planner, I think that it's a great way to make sure that you're on the route and you're following the mileage, you don't get stranded somewhere.
Yeah. I'm going to turn you guys around too and just show you. So this is the end of our trip. So 730 miles, average of 56 miles per hour, 13 hours and 7 minutes. Is that with charging or
I believe that's just driving time.
Okay, just driving. And then we did average 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour, which is pretty good. In the past, we have seen the ID4 get close to like 3.1, 3.2, but being that this is like the first time we're doing a really nice weather road trip, we're pretty glad with the 2.7.
And I think too that 2.7 that's there, I think that is because we did bulk of our driving in not great weather. Yes, we had great weather on Saturday. We didn't drive very much because we went to the game. But then Friday and Sunday, it was in the 40s the entire time, which yes, that's warmer than like our last road trip, but that's still going to hinder range. It's got to run the heat and keep battery warm and everything. And I've noticed a big difference between 40s and 70 degree weather already. So today it was our range was not as good up until we got to about Madison, where we passed the warm front, and we got a little warmer here. Thank you for reminding me to exit. And then yeah, so I think it's better now that now that the weather's better, we'll obviously be taking more road trips this summer. We'll have to document how those go as the weather's consistently warmer.
We're also moving at the end of May, so we are going to rent a U-Haul trailer. So we will possibly be using the hitch on the ID4. So we'll definitely make sure to just document how that goes. I haven't seen a lot of videos actually about that. Have you? With someone using the hitch?
I think this is our landlord in front of us.
Oh, that's funny.
That is funny. Anyway,
besides that, so we might be using the hitch, but thanks for tuning in. Roast us in the comments about a rise rating on a better route planner if you want. Otherwise, let us know if you guys have any further questions, need any clarification on things, but thanks for hanging out. Thanks for supporting our channel. We appreciate you all. Any last comments, Ray?
No, thank you for watching. I think that I think we gave a better route planner a pretty fair shot as of its performance today, and I think my criticisms were not we're not criticisms like don't use it because of this, but more so just things that can improve. I don't think it's perfect, but yes, yeah, no, I know, but let me know what you think, if you guys have used it as well and what your experience is. I'm interested to see if you had similar gripes and stuff like that, or if I'm just being too picky because I'm spoiled by Google Maps, but it's not perfect, but nothing is. So
all right, we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you later.